Wow. We made it to episode 7 already of the Micro Vlogcast. Welcome, Natalie and Mike here, talking about sustainability reports. We just covered, what did we just cover? I'm blanking on it now.
Data.
Right? Data, there we go. So we covered data. Well, I was just thinking, it's interesting, if you're gonna cover data, there's probably a reason why you're covering this data, and that is possibly because you've set goals around the data. Mm-hmm. Tell me, do you find a sustainability report is typically the medium an organization will use to set goals and talk about the goals that they've set?
Yeah, but usually they'll be accompanied by like a featured story.
Okay.
So say a company has set a goal to increase their number of volunteer hours.
Okay.
So that can be presented in a chart, and then usually there'll be like a featured story to go along with it say like, this is an event that we volunteered at, and then they'll have photos to accompany it. I think the visuals and the design aspect really bring a report to life.
You gotta make it pop. And that gets in some of the other stuff, which is you can have goals, but then as you're progressing towards them, you probably want to tell a story around, hey, like we said we're going to be carbon neutral by 2030, and by the way, we're on track or we're ahead of track, and here's something we did. What kind of storytelling do you find in a report other than just like, hey, this is how we're getting through our goals? Or is that the main medium that you find a story around is, hey, we said we were going to do this and this is how we're getting towards it? Or like what is the function of telling a story in a sustainability report?
Usually there'll be some background on like a program that they have around energy efficiency, and then we'll present some data metrics around that, and then there'll be a featured story as well to accompany both of those things.
So what you're telling me is, for the data nerds like you and me, we get to look at the chart, and all the people who love storytelling, they get to look at the story. And
right, there's something for everyone.
So then we're all happy.
Yes.
Everybody's happy. Okay,
yes.
I could see that. You're covering your bases on this.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you have it. You can't just display data because not everyone in the world is a data nerd. You also can't just tell stories because there's no quantitative, what am I looking for here? Quantitative results to that. You gotta do a little bit of both in your sustainability report if you want to keep it interesting. That's all we have for you today. We'll talk to you next time. For those of you who are worrying if I would maybe forget to ask my co-host what their superpower is, fear not. This is the episode.
threw that one in there.
Yeah, this is the